Really? Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Oh, I think it's closed. Fast that water's going, man. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? Did everybody have a good weekend? Mine was okay. Yeah, hey, it was what it was. I'll get into that in a little bit. I just wanted to tell you what we're going to work on today. I got this pattern, and it is in, let me show you the front of the book, The Sewing Club by Blackbird Design, 16 projects to stitch and sew. And I don't see this one on the front, so we'll go with this. Sorry. So this is what it looks like. I thought I'd make it into a long thing. It has various shades of rose and everything. Now, these are the colors that I'm going to be using. Let me get my... I'm trying, guys. Can't get it picked up. And I'm using, as you can see, 16... Oh, you can't see that. 16 count Heritage Ada fabric from Picture This Plus. I had a nice big piece of this, so I thought, what the heck? We'll just go with it. And the called for colors are 221. Oh, let me preface all this. It has Weeks Dye Works is what it calls for, but it has the DMC equivalent written right beside it. So let me find something here to cover up. Oh crap. Cover up the pattern so I can tell you. Okay, so we have 221, which is my favorite red. And let's see, it called for 3721, which is this, but I thought it was too close to that, which I'm using. So I used the 3722 for that, so that there would be a little bit different variation. 934, which is kind of a gray green, if you will. And 3859, which is the DMC equivalent for Cinnabar. And now here's where it gets weird. It calls for 3011. When I went to go and find that, they did not have 11, so I got 12. I don't know what the deal is, so we're going to go with this because it goes well with the next. The next color is Mocha, which is 3862. I think that's a pretty color. And then it calls for Oscar to be the same 3011. So I put 3051 next to it. So it's going to be two different colors there instead of just one. Then it calls for Saltwater Taffy from Weeks Dye Works, and DMC equivalent is 407 and 3023. So this is 407 and 3023, and you take one strand of each when you're sewing. And like I said, this is 16 count, so this should go pretty well. Alright, so let me get organized here. Get everything where I need it to be and not be, and you know. So, what did I do on my big 2 days off? Woo! Well, let's see. Saturday, I worked. So, yay. And I got out of there at 5 o'clock, which was a good thing because it was just busy as all get out. Well, come to find out, it was free fishing day, I believe, in the state of Colorado. So everybody and his dog was there in some kind of a camper. Oh yeah, it was unbelievably busy. So yeah, ooh, that's pretty color on there. Let me get my light adjusted again. I had to get it out of the way. So finally got done with that. Went home and just stitched on various things while I was watching Rain. So I watched that pretty much all night and trying to get through it again. I find it a little long in the tooth about the time, Queen Elizabeth part shows up, and I keep fast forwarding through her crap because I just don't like that person. So, yeah, as an actress or whatever, I don't know, she's so affected, and it just kind of drives me crazy. But that's just my opinion. But, yeah, I love this heritage. But I thought it'd make it look, what do you call it, antique-y-like. Bring in just a tad. We don't want it too much. So, that was my big Saturday. Frankly, I was tired from running all over and helping people. And Sunday, I got up about 8:30 or so, and my daughter called me, and she had found this new place that she thought maybe we could go fishing. Of course, then I filled her in on the free Colorado weekend. So we just went anyway, but we just walked around. Oh yeah, it was special, and it was a little warm, and we got out there maybe by 10. So the sun was kind of blaring down. I took Molly with me, and I'll have, you'll see the video in the beginning of this, and it's kind of flat, and then we went down by the river, and that was good. Molly was good as gold as usual. She's a good goer. So my daughter carried her about halfway to the car, and I'll explain why. So we park the car in this like day area, and we walk in. It doesn't look like it's too far. It's not really far. So we walk there, and we walk down to the river, and I took my pictures and everything that you'll see, and then we go to leave. We climb the hill, and Molly practically pulled me up the hill. And we get out, we get on the path, and we start walking and walking and walking and walking a little bit more and walking a little bit more. And my daughter's like, well, gee, I didn't think it took that long to get here. From walking from the car. So every like 15, 20 feet, she's running over to a rock and seeing if she can see where the car is parked, because there's a road, that, of course, that goes through there. And she thought she could see that parking area. Well, we were like hell and gone from the parking area. So we had to turn around. That's why she carried Molly, because she thought Molly was getting too hot. So, yeah, she just dotes on Molly, I swear. And not that I don't, I spoil her and then the kids spoil her, so, yeah. So finally, after about 25 minutes of being lost, now mind you, we left the car. And I had my cell phone. My daughter had her cell phone. We didn't take any drinks or anything because we were just going to walk down to the river, see what it was like. Maybe it was okay for the kids and not okay for the kids. We just didn't know what the area was like. Oh yeah, it was full of freaking cactus, so that is definitely no place we're taking the kids ever. Oh yeah, it was special. So then we got lost, and I'm thinking, oh my God. And she's like, well, I got the Google Maps out, but my phone's about to die. Did you bring your phone? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm not leaving without the phone. You never know if it's going to actually work or not work, so, hey, it is what it is. Hang on, I got to put this red thread away, because we're done with it for a second. And get out our green. So, I don't know, do I want, let me look at the picture here a minute. Yeah, that's the color I want. Alright, so we're going to use this. This is at 3012. So yeah, there was a brief moment, and then my boyfriend calls in the middle of it, and I tell him I'm lost, and I don't know, we don't know where we're at, and, we know the area, but he didn't know how to tell us to get out of there, and he's in Arizona, so yeah, it was special. So I talked to him briefly, and then I had to call him back when I got home, saying that we found our way out, thank God. It would not have been fun. But there was plenty of water, as you can see in that river. It's melting very fast, coming down off the mountain. And it was just, maybe later, maybe a couple months from now, you could fish there, But it was just running totally rampant. I don't know why I bother trying to thread that thing when I have a needle threader. Sorry. So, yeah. So that was the end of that. Came home, Molly and I took a 3-hour nap because we were just wasted, just tired. And it wasn't that long of a deal. It's just that it was a bit warm out there. So, yay. Fun times. So I came home and stitched, and not much else happened. That was enough. Kind of freaked me out there for a minute. I'm like, no, how far could we have gotten off track? It's not like, oh, now we're going to have a problem. Yeah, look, see? You can't even hardly, well, you can see it better in the thing, but I can't see it. Hang on. We're going to have to change colors. So that's not going to work. I wondered about that. So we got several options here. Let me get rid of that. This will work better. So that is 731. Look, it's got the old DMC thing on it. Well, I think it's the old one. Beats me. Like I said, this man's been in business for 40 years, so it just looks old. Maybe they had like a special on antique look for DMC. I have no idea, but we're going to shove that color in there now and start again. See, I was afraid that these colors on this picture, this plus fabric, was not going to show up too well. I wanted it to look antiqued and aged, but some days you just can't win, so we'll try this. Let's see how it goes. So, yeah, I'm telling you. But at least we had no kids with us, and the only dog I had was Molly with us. She was going to bring her 2 dogs, and the kids were going to go with Dad. So, they'd think they'd learn, but so I don't know how that whole day ended up. He had to go down there for something. I can't quite remember what it was. Again, but he was not hoping to take the dogs with him this time. A little scared, huh? Okay, well, I wasn't real bright about having him take the children down there either, so well, that is a little bit better. So, yeah, it's just been kind of screwed up. Now, today, I got up and I found this, I just want to start something new. And I wanted to start something in this book, ever since I got it. But I didn't buy any of the threads, and each pattern has different threads, which is okay. And I didn't, of course, know that until I got there, or got it. So, boy, this really looks like 18 count, I'm telling you. Sometimes it's a little small, but I like it full, but not so difficult to sew. That just sucks for me. So anyway, today I got up and I found this pattern and went to my stitch place and got the fabric. I'm not the fabric. Oh, hell. I would drop over dead if they had this fabric. Got the thread, because I don't think there was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 colors in this. So, and like I said, I picked up a few extra greens to see. Now, isn't that better? That's much better. I like that color. I think I've pulled this 734 for something else that I've done. So I'm learning little bit by little bit. And then I went to the grocery store, which was a nightmare. Too many people, but wore my little mask and did my little thing. So we'll see. Oh, let me tell you, this is, it says sampler size is 10 by 5. And the design size is 180 by wide and 90 inches or 90 high. So it's not too big, but I just thought it was beautiful. I mean, if you could just see that, look at that little basket of stuff. Isn't that just gorgeous? And it's all cross stitch. There's nothing weird about it. Yeah, I like it. And I'm getting so I like blackbirds, but you know, I'm pretty case specific. Some of it is a little too what is the word? Primitive, maybe? I don't know. The people look like Lego people. I don't know. It just, I don't like that. So, alright, we got those two. So, this material's just a tad bit long, but we're not cutting anything off until we know where we're going with it. But I love this heritage. I will, you know, as soon as I get more money, I'm going to be buying another big piece of this heritage and the legacy. I like those two. And I've still got the blues and the opalescence, but I'm saving those for those Christmas things. So I don't know. I haven't really decided what I want to do in July, you know, per se. But we'll see when we get there. I don't know. I'm not going to do a thing that's a month long like I did last time. It just ain't happening for me. Just is not happening. What are you doing, Mose? She's trying to look out the window. Nobody still lives next door, so that's a good thing. We got peace and quiet for a little bit. I was hoping that they wouldn't move somebody, a family with like 6 or 8 kids that run in and out and screaming all summer. I just was not in the mood for it. Am I getting old and set in my ways? Yeah, I love my grandchildren, but they can stay home with mom and dad for a while. But every once in a while. And I don't know that we're going out to lunch tomorrow or anything like that. But we'll see. Time will tell. Oh, and I left my coffee. Hang on. Jeez. Tell me. Sorry. It's about cold because I got the air conditioning on. It was a little warm when I got back, and I don't want to have to sit in the heat. I'll start freezing to death, you know, soon, but gotta see where I'm at. And I tried to work on that Prairie Schooler Village sampler. You know, have you ever just hit a pattern that was like, nope, this is just not doing it for me, period. Cannot work on this, so let me see where I'm at. Really? Gotta go there. So we'll see how well this goes. But it was just giving me fits, and it just looks, it's another one of those, it just looks too pixelated for me. Can't handle it. No, I want, I don't know, I like traditional looking samplers. Oh, I was watching Nicola Parkman from Hands Across the Sea, and she's got another little gem out, and they're just perfect. They're just little, and they're not, carried away. And I realize, yeah, there's people on all different levels. So, but I have thought about getting one of those, and I don't know which one. I don't want the checkerboard house. That doesn't do it for me. They're too bright of fabric and colors. I don't know. It's just odd looking. It's like something that would stick out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? I don't know. 2, 3, 4. What else did I work on yesterday? I worked a little bit on. Hang on, we're gonna hit it wrong. Consider the lilies, and I'll explain that tomorrow in my floss tube. And I worked a little bit on his eyes on the sparrow over the weekend. So other than that, I haven't done too much or made too much I did work a little bit on what is it called? 3 things. Jeez, can't remember what it was called. And so I haven't been picking up too much. It's just kind of been a resty, relaxed, let's not get carried away, you know? Oh, and I worked a little on hoity-toity. Yeah, well, I am, yeah. It's another one of them blackbirds. It's just deceiving. Okay, we got those 3. Got that. I had to figure out where I was going here. And, yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know if it's just too hot or just what it is, but... And it's not really terribly hot yet. Gotta see where I'm at. Okay. Make sure I'm hitting the right one. How's that green looking? Is it looking okay? Yeah. Much better. I may have to go darker with another one of them, but... And I do have some really, like, pale bright green that I can use up in the flowers. I don't know if it's too bright or not, but I can always check it. That I do know, because I went through a phase where, let's buy 14 different kinds of green. Greens and browns, I swear. So. Oh, this was called Rose Hips and Ivy is what it's called. So, we will see. But it's got a nice, this big border comes across the bottom and the top, and then there's like this, it looks like lollipops all the way up the side. I don't know if you can see that part now. They don't show that part of the pattern. I mean, in the picture. And I don't know, I'll see how big this is going to be. But if it's too big, I don't want to make it into a drum. I have no use for it. I mean, I could use it as a pincushiony thing. I don't know. Or, like a round pincushion. Or I could just make it into a little picture, of some kind. Maybe a stand-up picture. Yeah, decisions. What are you doing, Molly? She was plumb tuckered out yesterday after we came back, I'm telling you. Every time I'd get up to go do something, she'd follow me like, are we taking a nap yet? Are we taking a nap? I'm like, okay, fine, let's just go. Because after a while, you just can't do too much. Still have not got that lamp stand. I am so utterly pissed. But, on the other hand, I'm patient because I realize it's got to come from overseas, and with everything that's been going on, yeah. not for me today. So, you know, I did figure something out. When I was sitting there stitching, I thought, well, and I've got these lovely little, hang on, if I can get a hold of it. This one's a big one. I've got some little tiny ones. I don't know. There's another size there somewhere. Here. See, it's a little bit smaller, but I can't do it. We'll just take this piece of cardboard. But I thought if I could just somehow clip that over that. I don't know, I might have to use an actual big one. I could see my pattern as I was stitching. Yeah, I know this isn't new to everybody else, but it was like a aha moment, you know. Because I was stitching something, and I was trying to figure out, well, how many, and then I kept laying it down and look, laying it down and look. It's like, just hang on to it for 5 minutes, and then I think I was working on Anna Ullman. And I thought, well, yeah, that might work, but this one's too small. So if I just take the big one, crap. Yeah, my hands are not the best. And just, see what I mean? And put it on there, like so, on one side or the other. It'd be out of my way, and all I'd have to do is look up to see my stitching. So I thought maybe that would work. And I know there's clips, but I don't know what they're called, and blah, blah, blah. And it was like too much to look up. And then I looked over, and I had these things, because I got them in a little container from like the dollar store. And it came with pin, you know, like you're going to stick something up on a cork board, you know, like, and they're all that color, you know, like bright colors, pink, blue, yellow, red, tack type thing. And then it came with 3 sizes of these. These I got in a separate little bag. I got them to hold diamond paintings as well, but I needed something a little smaller for the small ones, you know. So that's how I ended up with these itty bitty ones, but they won't work on this. They will, but it's going to be a stretch. So, yeah. And we haven't been to Walmart, so I haven't gotten any new whatchajiggers. Oh, jeez. I'm telling you, we just needed to get out of the house yesterday, I think. And she'd been looking at this on GPS, and she wanted to go over there and see that place. So, yeah. So we did, and then we got lost. She goes, why does all this stuff happen to us when we try to go by ourselves? I hear you. I said, well, just be grateful we don't have 2 dogs with us and 2 kids. You know, getting lost, so. So, yeah, I had aha moments, and I sure wish I'd get that stand. I'm about ready to order another one, but I was trying to wait until I got paid again. You know, because it's going to be a ways until that happens. So, I don't get paid until the 16th, so it'll just have to wait and see if there was, you know, because I do have Amazon Prime. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. You just, and I can't, there's no place here in town or like down in Salida where I can get that kind of thing. They don't have a fabric store down there, you know. Somebody needs to open one, but it ain't gonna be me. Are you kidding? I'd be broke on the first day. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's gonna be it for today. We'll try to make some progress. I'll work on this today and see how it goes. And, you know, try to get the colors in line. And then we'll let you know tomorrow, alright? Thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your Monday and good rest of your week. God bless. Bye-bye.